everyone. This is Anika Dubey from Outline Media and Marketing. Honor to the soldier and sailor everywhere who bravely bears his country's cause. Yes, salute to all the veterans. Today, I have with me Mr. Raj Pillai, who is a US Navy veteran and a well-known community leader. He lives here in Plainfield with his wife and 3 children, and we have a pleasure to talk to him today. So, Mr. Pillai, could you tell us more about yourself?
Well, thank you first of all for having me, and again, you're way too kind. So my name is Raj Pillai. I'm a United States Navy veteran. I moved here as an Indian American immigrant at the age of 12, and then at the age of 18, 6 years later, I joined the United States Navy. I got out, became a CPA, started my own business here locally in Plainfield, and I got into serving government. So now what I do is I serve about 30,000 of Will County's veterans as president of the Veterans Assistance Commission.
Good to know about you. And as a president of Veterans Assistance Commission, what are your future goals? What does Veteran Assistance Commission stand for?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for asking that as well, because that's a very important question. Because believe it or not, it's yours and the audience's taxpayer money that actually funds my department. And it's about $1 million that we get from property taxpayer money that we use to serve veterans. And we do things like assist them with Veterans Affairs claims where they might have had an injury when they were in the service, but they need to file a claim for disability benefits. Other than that, we also help them with food. We help them with financial assistance. And believe it or not, we have vans where we will pick them up from their house, take them to their appointment, and also bring them back. And a lot of veterans have mobility issues. They can't move around very well. So these benefits are extremely helpful, and they're being paid for by, your great audience.
That's good to know that you have doing so many programs and you have so many things as the goals to accomplish in the coming few months and years. I would like to now know from you, is there a specific program that you have planned, especially, as we see in the community, there's like a lot of suicides happening, right? So how do we prevent the suicides? Is there any program, to combat such things that is happening in the community?
Yeah, Anika, I'm really glad you brought that up, because suicides are the second leading cause of death amongst young veterans, especially veterans that are under 45 years of age. And as the veteran population has gone down, the suicide rates have gone up. So one of the initiatives that we have as a veteran service organization is we partner with many other not-for-profit organizations that have the resources, sometimes resources we don't have, to combat suicides in our community. So one of those is we're actually having an event called Vet Fest. It's on Saturday, so if you're not doing anything on Saturday, you can come to our offices at 2400 Glenwood Avenue in Joliet at noon, and we are going to have axe throwing, we're going to have bounce houses for the kids, food, a lot of things, live music, and this thing is called a Bearcat. It's a SWAT vehicle that the Joliet Police Department uses to do many things that they can explain better. But this is a suicide prevention initiative where we are going to have organizations called Canines for Vets, which trains service dogs to help veterans, as well as there's a program in the Joliet Police Department called the Battle Buddies program, where there's Joliet police officers that are also veterans. When a veteran calls, they're in crisis, they might, think tragically about doing something bad with themselves. These police officers are trained to assist them because they're also veterans. So that's a great program. And this event is going to, whatever proceeds we get from this event, it's going to actually go ahead and fund these suicide prevention initiatives that the Canines for Vets and the Joliet Battle Buddies program actually maintains and puts forth.
Wonderful. Are you all ready? I think I'm excited to go for this Vet Fest 2023 because this is a wonderful program bringing the communities together to know about this program, the suicide prevention initiatives that this organization is doing. So I think mark your calendars and come to the Vet Fest 2023. So moving forward, you are doing wonderful programs and initiatives, Raj. I would also like to know, this is some specific initiatives you have taken to bridge the gap between this commission, this department, and the Indian community.
That's a really, really important question. And definitely. And, our community here, especially we're in Naperville, but just in the state of Illinois and other areas as well, we have a rich culture that we bring from India, but a lot of our community doesn't realize, they pay taxes, and our veterans are former military that have really take care of our community as well as the American community. So I try to reach out to the leaders of different Indian organizations, FIA, IACA is one of them,
Yes.
to see if, there is an opportunity to partner together. So recently, our veterans were invited to a gala for the Indian American Cultural Association, also known as IACA. And, we were given the stage to say a few things, but also invited to be recognized. And, that was a great initiative from an Indian organization where they reached out and said, we want to honor the heroes in the veteran community. So I certainly appreciate initiatives and programs like that where we can sort of show the Indian community that the veteran community is right there with them, wanting to protect them, because, whether it's the American or the Indian community, there's always something that veterans always say is we take an oath when we join the military to protect the country. When we leave the military, we don't get rid of that oath. That oath still exists. So that's one of our initiatives, is to basically not only protect the country, but bridge the gap between the communities to serve veterans.
Thank you for doing this. I think what you're doing is wonderful. And the communities are also recognizing the veterans, which I always feel like some of them are like unsung heroes who have done so much for the country. And I'm happy to know that, you brought them to the gala, which was organized by the Indian community, and they all got recognized and got the due respect.
They were very grateful.
Yeah. So I think this is a wonderful thing that you have done, and keep doing what you are doing. We are happy to have you in the Veterans Assistance Commission, and looking forward for wonderful initiatives and programs from you. And congratulations once again for being the president, and wishing you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me, Anika.